Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Black. You can't get rid of me that easily. That's right. I'm back once again, and it is day 2 of Back to Black 2025. Once again, I'm joined by the oh so lovely Taro Nuke. Hi, Taro Nuke. Please give us your welcome again because they love you so much.
Hi. I'm pretty nervous for some reason, but I've practiced, so we should be good.
Yeah, that's right, because later today, you're going to be giving us a showcase of Not ITG. We're going to be talking about that a little bit later in this Friday kickoff. But to get us started, I want to talk about some of the exciting things that are happening today. Taro Nuke has so kindly agreed to help walk us through some of the lovely things that you can look forward to today, including our very first run of the day, Elden Ring by my dear friend Roads of Silence. Oh my goodness gracious. Y'all, listen, I got to back up for this one. I love Elden Ring and I love Roads of Silence. This is a showcase where Roads is going to be going through New Game Plus 7. The boss is hit like a truck. But what's so cool about it, we were talking about it this morning, is not only is it New Game Plus 7, but he's only using a single Ash of War. And it's a lot like a Rune Level 1 or a Soul Level 1 showcase where you're getting smacked super duper hard. But since there's no level cap, Roads has a full arsenal of options to choose from, and he can use all his moves, which is great. Super excited for that. Taro, tell me, what are you excited for today?
I'm pretty excited for Hi-Fi Rush because that game is incredible.
Yeah.
I'm also really excited for the Monkey Ball Deluxe bonus run, which I hope, do we know if that's in yet?
No, we don't. It's our first bonus run of the marathon ever. It's our first bonus run of the marathon ever. Y'all, which means we must get it in. And I am also it better get in. I'm also extremely excited to see the friend Peas SMB, hopefully running it later this evening. Now, you skipped over the run right before Hi-Fi Rush, Taro. Is there any reason that you might have done that?
Well, I mean, I'm pretty excited for it, but I'm not just here to gas myself up, you know?
Hey, yeah, that's right. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to gas you up, baby. There's a few other things I want to mention, y'all. Back to Black has prizes. That's right. There's a whole litany of prizes available for you. There's one that particularly excited Mello, our young boy who dreams of circus and clowning. There is Alchemy Juggling Equipment has submitted a Mario-themed juggling ball set. If you win it, not only do you win these Mario-themed juggling balls, you also win a 30-minute remote learning session on how to juggle. That is something everybody needs in their arsenal. I don't have it yet. Sadly, I'm not eligible to win prizes, but I might look into this company anyway. Shout outs to Alchemy Juggling Equipment. I also want to give a shout out to the many amazing hosts we have for the day. Ash Said Hi is going to be our very first host of the day, and then handing it over to Champ Rule, and then we're going to be ending the day with Thormangander. That's right, the person we rated last night. If you were here through the end of Back to Black Day 1, that very same Thor is coming back to host for us this evening. But with all that being said, there's so many other things too. We also have the Race Forward interview today with Simone Bermudez, the SVP of Development and Partnerships at Race Forward. I've had many conversations with Simone. She's just so lovely. Bobby will be interviewing her later this afternoon. And we have that bonus run of Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. So a ton of exciting things, but I'm going to shift the focus from all the amazing, mellow dreams of circus and clowning always. But all of this amazing stuff is something you should be excited for. But I've got a very, very special guest. Taro Nuke, the developer of Not ITG, will be running it for us today. Can you please just kind of explain, first of all, introduce yourself for the folks at home who might not know your involvement with rhythm games and with this run?
So I've worked on a lot of rhythm games. I feel like if you've played a rhythm game in the last 5 years, you've probably at least heard of something that I've worked on. I'm currently working on Unbeatable, which is coming to PS5 and Steam this year. Project God Hand, which is going into the next fest in a couple days, actually. Oh no. I've worked on Archaea, I've worked on A Dance of Fire and Ice, I've worked on Vivid Stasis, I've worked on Noise Starlight. There are a lot of I've got my hands in a lot of these pies. I sort of add my special brand of jank to these games that you can't really get anywhere else.
Yeah, and I mean specifically with Not ITG, I know that this kind of roots from Stepmania or Open ITG, but kind of tell us what was the genesis of this? Like, how did it come to be, and what's your involvement with it?
So it started in like 2003, right? With In the Groove. In the Groove and In the Groove 2 had these things in them called modded courses, where they take the arrows and sort of like apply these like math transforms to them as they approach the targets, and it's like people like really latched onto that, and it turned into kind of like a great time. And then there are these people, Windu, now known as Ellie, really like took that forward, and I was like bringing these to conventions. We did London MCM Comic Con in like 2011. And that's actually where Not ITG came from. I started it in like 2011. I took Open ITG, which is like an open source like port of the In the Groove game I was mentioning earlier, and I was adding a bunch of stuff to it to make it like more exciting for conventions. We had the Dance DX2 theme with my friend Koizu, and from there, I just kept tinkering with Not ITG. I kept adding like these little things to it to make it easier to make these modded courses. And this sort of culminated in 2016, where me and my partner, Cosmic Layer, we'd added a lot of this stuff to the game. And we're like, what if we used it to add new stuff that no one had seen before? And then I'm going to run a tournament on this and watch people like explode and die on these brand new concepts that hadn't been in the game. And that was a lot of fun. And that led to Not ITG's first release in December of 2016.
Yeah, wow. I mean, and what an incredible achievement too. Like this game is beloved by so many. And we really have such an interesting showcase for you later. But I want to ask you a couple other questions. So well, I already mentioned showcase. So could you explain just kind of a teaser of what people might expect to see from you later today?
So I've decided with this showcase, because Not ITG was run on GDQ before by Spoody Biscuit, a good friend of mine. I wanted to add in a lot of stuff that wasn't in Spoody's showcase. And because of the theme of this like marathon, it's back to black. I made sure to include like charts created specifically by Black creators as well. So there's a bit of a focus on that for some segments of it, which I think is really neat. Also, I mentioned Monkey Ball earlier. There's actually a part of a chart that I made in the marathon that features a little segment where I play just a little bit of Super Monkey Ball on a dance pad.
Hey, you hear that, Monkey Ball enjoyers? That's right. Get in for Not ITG because you get a taste of Dance Pad Monkey Ball. Speaking of that dance pad or pad, if there were any non-rhythm game that you would want to run or play or showcase on a pad, what would it be?
Oh man, so in December of last year, I'm really upset that I missed this, but the Twitch channel Toho Replay Showcase actually held a submission for playing Toho with weird input methods. I just barely missed the submission deadline for that. I really wanted to submit a run of Toho 8 Imperishable Night, like easy or normal, played on a dance pad. I think that would have been really shmups on a dance pad sounds like a great time. I don't think I've seen Game Stump, Peking Boo do that before. I think that could be cool.
Yeah, not only would it have been cool, but it probably will be cool because I believe you when you say that you want to do something and that you're going to do something. And that kind of segues us into kind of my last question for you before we transition here to the start of the marathon, y'all. We're about to get started. But both of us have experiences with kind of like finding a place, finding a home in the video game scene, right? And like creating something that latches on and a lot of people love and connect with. But that's not easy, and it takes years of effort and investment. And I know that there's over 1,000 people in the chat right now. I know there are people out there who need to hear some words of encouragement in order to keep going for their dreams and to create the things that they want to create, those ideas that are living in the back of their head. So Taro, what words of encouragement would you share for the folks at home to get out there and make their thing real?
You kind of just have to do it. Like, it's one thing to like be, oh, I don't want to, it sounds like it's going to take effort. Like it's going to be cringe. Like it doesn't matter. You have to like put that behind you. Like, don't kill the part of you that's cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes. As like a famous cartoon dog once told me, right? Like sucking at something is the first step to being sort of good at something. And I think that's what it is, really. Like, you have to make the bad version of it before you can make the good version. And you can't just keep it in your head forever. Otherwise, it never gets done.
Yeah, absolutely. Taro, thank you so much for those inspiring words. As someone in the chat says, in the words of Shia LaBeouf, just do it, right? Get out there, go for your dreams, y'all. Don't care how other people perceive you or judge you. Just make it, because prove them wrong. Right? Prove them wrong. Go out there, put your heart into it, and share your beauty with the world, especially your Black beauty and your Black joy. But thank you all so much, Taro. I really appreciate you being a part of the opening of our Day 2 pre-show for Back to Black 2025. I'm going to send it over to Ash Said Hi to get us started. See you all later.